Today, we're going to do something different. Today, we're answering questions that I found on the internet about FlashFilm Academy. Straight up, we're going to answer them. And I'm going to tell you, I got a few questions queued up. I'm going to pick one because we're going to do one per video. I did not practice, or I'm just going to shoot from the hip and answer the question as honest as possible. All right? Y'all got it? Y'all ready? Let's start with the first question. No intro, no nothing. First off, we can do a small intro. If this is your first time on this channel, FlashFilm Academy is a platform designed to help content creators be profitable. It's designed to help you make money with your camera, whether it be a side hustle, full business, we can help with it all. We have a system that works. So that's what FlashFilm Academy is. Let's get to the questions. All right, we got our first question here on Reddit, right? And he asks, has anybody paid for FlashFilm Academy or Sajai Abo's video production accelerator? I've never heard of that. Sorry, no disrespect, but I have to look for it. I'm not familiar with it. He says that, yes, I understand that there are free resources out there, but I would be buying one of these for convenience and time. It may seem ridiculous, but it seems like they give a lot of content that would save a lot of time. For instance, the value of the contract offer and other document templates is hard to get for free elsewhere. Yes, you can scrape together info from various threads and comments on this sub, but it won't be easy it won't be easy or convenient. It's still a lot of money. Just wondering if anybody tried either of these and is it totally worth it? Okay, I am going to go into some comments that's below. I'm gonna read them as well. Let me explain why. There's two types of people. There's people who don't know the value of information. They don't want to spend money. They think everything is a scam. They think everything can be found for free. Then there's the type that believe in information. They buy information. They invest in themselves. Just like, you got to think about it like this. You spend money on clothes to look good. You spend money on your car to drive well. Why wouldn't you spend money on your brain to run a business properly? We got to get away from the mentality that the world owe us stuff. It don't. You got to go get it. And the people you get it from will be compensated because they are wasting their time that they can be with their family or wherever to get you the information. So that's one. Two, you got to understand that, think of it like this. A lot of websites give ingredients. Like a lot of YouTubers tell you, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this, you got to do that. The ingredients is not what's valuable because you know all the things you need to do to be in business. You know you need a bank account. You know you need an LLC. You know you need a logo. You know the stuff. What's valuable is the recipe. What's valuable is knowing what to do when, what not to do, how to structure. That is what's valuable. How to build it in order. And you know your house got wood and glass and concrete. What's valuable is the builder understands what goes where. How much time should we let the concrete dry before we start building on it? Like those are things that you can't get by looking at a house. You think you can, and it goes back to it goes back to something I've always said, that just because you're a victim of business doesn't mean you understand business. If you like apple pies and you eat an apple pie every day, there's no way you can taste it and tell me how it was made. You can taste it and say, okay, I taste apples, I taste crust, but did you know it was a vanilla extract in there? What temperature was the oven on? How long was it preheated? How long did we let the apple pie sit before we cut into it? What did we do after we take it out the oven? How do we make the crust? Like, it's so many things that just because you like an apple pie doesn't mean that you can produce an apple pie. So what my course or system gives you is it gives you structure, and it teaches you how to build upon each step. And what's unique about what what we do is it's designed for you to go. There's certain information you got to go get. We give you the tools to get them based on your location, your niche, your skill set, as to what would be the right niche for you. And I think that, yeah, I've been telling you every time you tune into these videos to go get a niche, but inside we have a system on how to choose that niche, how to verify that that niche is profitable, how to make sure that niche have longevity and it's not something that's going to get ate up by AI. So we have tools in place in our system to help you alleviate a lot of the problems that a lot of our, I don't want to say early members, but people who are new to FlashFilm Academy are going through, where they're like, okay, I didn't hit this wall 10 times. I got to pay to get over this hurdle. I got to find somebody who have the knowledge to help me get over this hurdle. And that's what we do. And let me tell you also what's a little unique about what we have compared to other places. We offer accountability. We have a 5-tier system. And one of those tiers is accountability, right? So think of it as a personal trainer, right? You don't get a personal trainer because you don't know how to lift weights. You don't get a personal trainer to show you, you may get them a little bit to show you proper techniques, but what you get a personal trainer for is accountability, to hold you accountable for your success, to make sure you're not wasting time when you hit the gym, to make sure you're eating right and doing what you need to do to achieve a goal. Think of FlashFilm Academy as that. We're going to give you the knowledge. Not only are we going to give you the knowledge, we're going to hold you accountable to that knowledge, and we're going to connect you with a network of content creators around the world, which is very valuable. Let me tell you why. Things change, trends change, ideologies change. You need to change with it. What I teach you in 2023 is going to be different than what I teach you in 2025. Because we have a pulse on the industry and we know what people are going through. And let me say this also. I know I make YouTube videos, but don't get it twisted. I'm in the field, bruh. This is what I do. YouTube is secondary. My bread and butter is still my company. I'm still in the field. Don't get it twisted. I'm still grinding. My YouTube ain't making money like that. Let's be real. And the academy, until we get 5, 6, 7,000 students, I'm not rich off the academy. Now, what I make off my business is something different. But I know people like to be like, oh, this is a cash grab. We don't sell $47 ClickFunnels courses. We have a complete system that's been developed over years with feedback from real people that's in the industry. And our system is solid because of that feedback, because of the accountability. So again, 5-part system with us. First part is to learn, where you get access to all of our modules. The second part is the build, that's templates. Third is the community. Third is connect. Fourth is execute. 5 is scale. That's our system. And our system is so good, Vimeo hired us. So I don't know about the other guys that's making money other places, but we don't have any brand deals. 0. The only brand deal we had was Vimeo. I'm not like the other guys who making a ton of their money shooting sponsored videos for camera companies. That's not me. And I've never been that guy. And that's something we pride ourselves on here at FlashFilm Academy is we make money in the streets. I just enjoy doing this because as I grow the network, we get better. With more people, we're better. Period. So, and it's another thing too. Everybody that's in the position you want to be in, as far as what they're making with their camera, are continual learners. Nobody's like, all right, got enough, because it evolves too fast. And we're in the industry, we're in a time where AI is pushing from one side, cell phones is pushing from the other side. So the pool of where you can make money as a professional is dwindling. So you got to be very direct on who you go after. So let's read some of the comments real quick. Let's see if somebody had a comment. They went, okay, here's a good long comment. All right. Excuse me, getting over a cold. So I think I've come to the conclusion on all this stuff. I ended up buying one, not the two I mentioned here, but it's the same thing. They're all being put forth under the same method. These courses are just another way for people to make money. The coaches, not the students, and they capitalize on people's greed. They're capitalizing on the masterclass. Get rich doing what you crave. There isn't any information in them you can't find elsewhere. They may open your eyes to something, but again, you would have to come across that. You would have come across that information if you kept looking on YouTube or online somewhere else. Even books. A book is a lot cheaper. Here's my biggest takeaway. The big promise that a course will work well for you, that it will make you money like the supposed students that promote it as being successful from the course. But they do this on the condition that you do everything to the exact T. Some of the stuff they tell you to do is hard. It's hard to do. So it's hard to do when you have a full-time job. Even if you didn't have a full-time job, stuff takes a lot of time and effort. So if you don't do everything exactly how they tell you, that's their get out of jail card. They can simply say, well, you didn't do the work I told you to do, and think their students who claim close to 64K retainers or 20K retainers are complete BS. I'd like to eventually expose some of these people. Okay, let's talk about that. Because there's a lot to unpack there. Okay, so let's talk about a few things this guy said that I do not agree with. And I'm going to be real with you. This mindset is why people don't grow. Let's break it down a little bit. Let's keep it on screen. So, yes and no. A course is not done for you. It gives you the tools so you can do it at your own pace. Of course you need to follow it to a T. What? When you buy an oven and you use it, they give you instructions. You got to use those instructions to the T. If not, you'll burn your house down. That goes with everything in life. What? Huh? I don't understand. This is a person that want it done for them. We don't do that. If we did, we charge a whole lot more. I can do it for you. If you got $100,000, I'll do it for you. This is just crazy. So this is just a bad mindset to have. Let's just go through it one more time. So he ended up buying one. It wasn't one of the ones mentioned. I don't know who he got, who he with. It's not my business. So to say that these courses are another way for people to make money, the coaches, not the students. Of course. You think your light bill, you think you got electricity because people want you to see? No, you have electricity because people want to make money. You think you have water because people want you to be well nourished? No, everything in life costs money. Like this mindset of they want to make money on the side. Well, you want to make money on the side too. What's your business? Just pull it back. Just extract the ideology behind this. It's not healthy. They say that let me see. They're capitalizing on people's greed. They're capitalizing on people's greed. They're capitalizing on the masterclass, get rich, doing what you crave. I disagree. I wouldn't say it capitalized on people's greed. I don't think that's fair. What it does do is help people who are ready to take that step. And usually when people buy courses, it's because they didn't bump their head 50 times and they can't get over the hurdle. It's not people who just minding their business and I'm like, yo, you want to get rich? It doesn't work like that. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. That's how it happens. So it's not a situation of predatory selling. It don't work like that. We just got to listen. The most valuable thing in this planet is information. The most valuable thing in this planet. So look at it like this. If you were going to war and I had a map of your opponent's base, that's not valuable to you? If I can tell you every caliber ammunition they own, where it's at, how they plan to use it, that's not valuable information to you? Anybody who's been in the military understand that information wins wars, not bullets. So I don't get this ideology or mentality, to be honest with you. It just doesn't make sense to me. And it's one of those things that keep you where you are. Let's keep going through this. Would you have gotten this information on YouTube? No, not the information that's in our system, because we invented it. So you wouldn't have got it off YouTube. I didn't regurgitate what I've learned from other people. I'm in the field. I took my experiences and what helped me and my friends and my group of photography, videography friends, and created a course and created the whole system off of it. Then with input from our members, we changed that system based off what's happening now. So this idea that it's just free stuff on the internet that you got to connect is BS. It's not true. Not for FlashFilm Academy. It's not. I can't speak for other places. But here, it's not true. Do we have students that do numbers for real? Hell yeah. Yes. We got students that's doing $20, $30, $50, $60,000 retainers. Look at the videos. We got students that did $130,000, $40,000 a year. We're not making that up. It's easy to do. It's not hard. Honestly, once you get the system figured out, it's like riding a bike. It becomes muscle memory. It's not hard to do. It's not like, it's mind blowing because you haven't been there yet. But you're going to make 100,000 with our system and you're going to be like, damn, I need 200,000. Our system help people realize that six figures ain't hard and it ain't a lot of money. I know you saying it's a lot of money, but once you get there, in your mind, you think in 80s six figure. In the 80s, if you made six figures, you were rich. Today, you're just middle class at best. So the idea that if you keep looking on YouTube or online somewhere, even books, listen, I created FlashFilm Academy because there were no books to teach B2B for video production. And I was in that space. I had worked in that space. I was with 3 different companies, and I've seen companies make millions off a video I created. Man, that's a gut punch, especially when you go back home and you eating ramen noodles and you see a company just made 9, 10 million off a video that you barely put your foot into. When you see something like that, you want a bigger piece of the pie. There's no way I'm getting paid. I think I was working for that company. I was making like 60, 70,000. There's no way I'm taking home 70. Like, there's no way they pay for my yearly salary for my whole life there off one video. And I'm pumping out 40 a week. That's what made me just separate myself and start my own business so I can charge the rates I want to charge. And that's what I teach you, how to be B2B, how to go after business clients and be their preferred vendor. A lot of people don't even know what a preferred vendor is. So let me explain, because it's something we go over in the course. The goal is to be a preferred member for a company. So whenever that company look in their directory and somebody got to go get a video or a photo taken, you're listed there. Your rates are there. You've already been approved as the go-to company they go to for these items. You get 3 preferred vendors, bro, that's 6 figures. Easily. So it's not that hard. But there's a lot you need to put in place to be a preferred vendor. There's a lot of paperwork and forms you need to have ready as a preferred vendor. You can't just walk up to somebody and be like, yo, make me your preferred vendor. Most companies have hoops that they make you jump through to be a preferred vendor. It is what it is. We talk about them inside. Okay, next. He said, let me go into his biggest takeaway. Again, it goes back to them saying you got to perform it to a T. The thing is, let me go back on that just for a second. It's instructions. The system is instructions. If you don't follow the instructions, how do you expect the result? Yeah, he talk about, you don't have time to do it because you got a full-time job. So, don't sleep. Yeah, I said it. If you want it bad enough, you will sleep less. I did. Work around it. We have members that got full-time jobs that's transitioning. We got members who got full-time jobs and their business took off and it replaced their full-time job. Like their full-time job was in the way of shoots that they wanted to book with clients or clients wanted to book with them that paid them more than their job. That's when they knew it was time to go. So anything you do is going to take all of you. Listen, the next level of you is going to require a different version of you. It can't be the version that got you to level 28. It requires a different version. You got to do things differently. The ideology that I can do what I've been doing and achieve goals I've never achieved is ridiculous. It's the equivalent of saying if I drive in circles, one day I won't be in New York anymore. I'll be in California. You got to follow instructions to get to California. Turn left here, turn right here. If you don't follow instructions to a T, you won't be in California. Does that make sense? The thing is, you have instructions now. A lot of people got the energy, they got the drive, they got the hustle in them. You know what I'm saying? They hard workers. They don't have the instructions on what to do to build and grow. That's where we come in. You got to have it. All right, let's get back to these and let's wrap it up in a little bit. Let's see what we got here. Let's keep looking. So, it's like every other ad on Facebook in these online courses. We're at the height of this craze surrounding online education that promises big returns in every field. I can't even find anyone commenting on this industry and analyzing how well it works. They all took a class on how to do these courses, and you notice all the same methods. They try to get students. Find some of the student success stories to be BS, and I'm interested in investigating as to whether or not it could be allegations or fraud. Master Filmmaker was claiming one of their students got over $1,700,000 from a client in 10 days. Or something crazy like that. The student was a pretty bad videographer. With that being said, I ended up buying a course for wedding. Okay, I love that comment because there's some things in that comment I want to touch on. One, the idea that you need to be a really good videographer, like quality wise, to make good money is dumb as hell. Straight up. You think, see, this is what courses do for people. It makes you think differently. I know videographers that can outshoot me. They're talented. They don't have the business. They don't make what I make. And they look at their work and look at my work and say, you lucky. I'm not lucky. I have systems and processes. I'm treating this like a business. You're treating it like a hobby. I do this for profit. You do it for fun. We're not the same. And you gotta be engineered to do it for profit, not just to do it for fun. I know a lot of talented photographers and videographers. Guess what? They can come work for me because business is 90% business and 10% shooting. Your talent, I got a role for you. But what we teach at FlashFilm Academy is to own the whole project, not to be just a cameraman. So our methods are just different. Like we don't have any regurgitated information. This is all from my experiences and the experiences of our network to help make sure everything's up to date. It's not a get rich quick scheme. Will you make more money than you currently making? Yes. Because an average B2B shoot is $20,000. You can't get 5 in a year? Yeah, you can. It's easy. It's not as hard as you think. Let me say that. It's not as hard as you think once you understand how the game goes. When you understand who got the money, right? Because in the course, we break down, hey, this is why we're telling you to go in this direction. Because this is where the money's at. This is the last place to get big paychecks in photography and videography. It ain't selling to people. Everybody got a cell phone in their pocket. It's selling to businesses who need more content than you can produce at a price that fits you well. But guess what? Businesses only work with businesses. They don't work with people. They don't work with John Smith Photography. They don't. That's something that I realized in the industry. So you know what we talk about in the course? Presentation, building a brand. And building a brand, and that's maybe a little too much, whatever. Building a brand that appeal to your target audience. Well, how do we know what appeal to our target audience, Ty? That's in the course. It's in the course. Because you got it ain't about what you like. It ain't about what your mama like. You got to think about it. All these photographers and videographers that's looking to go and make 6 figures, it tells me you haven't made 6 figures yet. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm going to change, watch how I change your dynamic with just a few sentences, right? Think about it like this. If you haven't made 6 figures, the people around you haven't made 6 figures, how do you know what big ticket clients want? How do you, what's valuable to somebody that got money may not be valuable to people who don't. So we got to determine who we're going after and what they value to then build around that. So let me give you an example. Simple stuff, right? Simple stuff, little stuff we teach in the course. If your ideal client is a dentist, and I've said this before, dentists work with certain colors, scrub colors, white, bright colors, high key colors, clean colors. If your color scheme on your business ain't that, what you doing? So that's just an example. That's it's a little stupid, itty bitty example of why we need to understand who we serve. Because what's valuable to you ain't valuable to me. What's valuable to him ain't valuable to her. That's a rusted piece of junk car to this lady. To me, it's a 69 Dodge Challenger with original fins, original VIN numbers and good paint and a decent interior. To her, it's a rust bucket. She like, you can have it. To me, it's worth $40,000. So you need to know who values what. When you try to go after everybody, it's hit or miss and it's not consistent. I can't consistently show value to everybody I step in front of because I don't know what they value. So instead, we teach you to go after certain people so that when you get in their face, you know how to present them with items that make them move. It ain't gonna work for everybody. It's not designed to. It cannot. The only way to work for everybody is 2 things. You gotta be the cheap guy and you gotta be fast, right? Look at Walmart, cheap and fast. Their prices are super cheap, but they are you don't go to Walmart for the best of anything. If you need something in your house, you go to Home Depot. Or if you really got money, you go to a store that specializes in high-end refrigerators, Sub-Zeros, and that's what we want to be. We want to build our business to be the high-end refrigerator place that sell refrigerators you probably never even heard of. They don't sell Kenmore and, Samsung and LG refrigerators. They sell the refrigerators that look like cabinets that go in houses over $500,000-$600,000. That's what you want to be. You don't want to be Walmart. You can't afford to be Walmart. You're not big enough to be Walmart. Why go that route? My goal at FlashFilm Academy is to make it put you on the path of least resistance to your goal. We teach you how to do that, if that makes sense. Okay, let's go over a few more because I know it's getting long. I'm sorry if it's long, but I want to make sure we answer. Yes, it's all the same. Facebook comments, screenshots. I don't need help with how to light or shoot the business stuff, which film school didn't cover. I don't mind paying $100 to $300. Okay, so this is the thing. They're absolutely right. Film school don't cover business because they're not in the industry and they don't shooting for, like, this is what people get mixed up, right? Shooting for filmmaking is different than making money. Filmmaking is different than making money. Filmmaking is like go carry an Apple box or go get coffee for the producer until you get a shot as a cameraman. It's not the same. We're not talking to filmmakers. You can have that skill set, but if you want to work on a movie set, I'm not talking to you. I have nothing for you. I'm just being real with you. This is where people who want to make a living with their camera go. So we teach you, film school gonna teach you how to film, how to carry coffee for somebody to move up. I went to film school, I know. We're not teaching none of that. What we're teaching is how to take the skill sets you have, identify a market for that skill set, verify that that market is legitimate and is worth venturing into, and then we're teaching you how to get the information so that you can be of value to that market. We're giving you the tools and templates to get this information, put it together, and now we have something. Now let's build our brand around that something. The information that we got, let's build our brand around it so we appeal to those people. Let's understand what their needs are so that we can create services around their needs. And then let's go get results. Let's go get proof that this is what we do. And we teach that. So when you do approach a client, you look like what they want. Your services are in line with their problems, not just the fact that they need photo. See, y'all selling photo and video. We're not teaching that. We're teaching you how to solve problems with photo and video. We're solution providers, not picture takers or camera. We don't do all of that. In fact, I'm going to be honest, very rarely do I even mention photography or videography when selling a client because our goal is the solution. We ain't, the prescription I write is on me. I'm the doctor. The goal is to be the subject matter expert, to understand their problems and provide a solution. Now that solution may be a subscription of videos over the next 12 months. It may be headshots. Whatever I say it is. Because I didn't position myself as a photographer or videographer. I position myself as a solution provider with the solution first. People aren't hiring photographers and videographers anymore. You know why? Because they got that in their pocket with their cell phone. They're not hiring you for your gear or your expertise or how happy you are or just how ecstatic you are to be in this industry. Like, they don't care about that anymore. That's old news that you're being taught. They don't care about it. So this idea that I can go in there and say, I got 20 years of experience and we use the best gear and this is what I love. This is my passion. I'm so happy to shoot for you. Don't matter. That is 1990 mechanic sales tools. Mechanics is, I'm so passionate about working on BMWs. That works back then. It don't work for what we're doing anymore. Anybody that's telling you it does, they BSing you. So this is why information is so valuable, especially when you mix information with accountability and a network. It becomes invaluable. Invaluable. Let me go through a few more, and I think this one is about done. We can wrap it up. All right. Look, we got one right here. Best money I ever spent. They saved my ass. Okay, so let me. They saved my ass last year. So let me just touch on a few things that just jumped out on here. Let me say this. Listen, I know there's a big marketing push and there's a marketing campaign towards people who watch certain channels. They keep getting these video Hey, if you want to increase your retainers, I get them ads too. Let me explain the difference between them and us. One, if you've watched this channel, you've seen me put out for years information that's helped you grow your business. You've never heard of them guys before. They're just popping up telling you they can do something for you. Their proof is reviews, testimonials. Cool. I got 1,000 hours of content that teaches you how to go after businesses. Now, there are the ingredients. You got to be a member to get the recipe. Just being honest with you. So, because another thing too, you want to help people who want to help themselves. People on YouTube they just looking. They always got something to say. They're not serious about everybody. And that's the thing. Look, as people don't understand because they've never been in this position. As a creator, as the mentor, I want to mentor people who trying to do this because I want to see people I help succeed. It's just like Harvard. They don't let in D- students. You're not taking it serious. They only let A+ students in. That's what colleges do. And the goal is to have higher quality students. You want to make sure that when you put your time in a person, they go off and blossom. So you can feel proud. It's like having kids. You want to invest in your kids so they can be better versions. So they can be better than you. Your students are the same way. I want to see my students succeed. I become friends with a lot of members in my community. I mean, we friends. And I am there to make sure they have success. It ain't about making millions of dollars off people. Who cares if a person ain't happy with what they got from you? If they're not learning, if you didn't take them to the next level. You don't run ads to get somebody. I don't know. Some people do. Like, I don't have a ClickFunnels $47 course. It ain't a one-time shebang, and I don't do that. Those courses, they're just courses. We have a system. Our system includes a network. It includes accountability. It includes direct contact like this. It includes others saying, hey man, we tried that. Let me show you what I did. Hey, tweak this. Hey, use the template that's in module whatever. So it's important that you understand the difference. Even if, like Masterclass, they don't offer accountability. It ain't no network. What we have here is unique. It's different. And, it's designed to help people be successful. So real quick, before I get out of here, I want to show you what the Academy looks like for those who just I don't know. So let's go into that. So real quick, let me make sure I get you full screen here. All right. So this is the Academy. This is the inside. This is the feed. Brothers of the Lens posted something. This is content I posted. And this is just people having conversations talking about AI and different things like that. Right? Those are polls we have. Over to the side, this is where we got all of our live information, right? This is our accountability session we have every week. This is our accountability archive where you can watch previous accountability meetings, right? Everyone. We have them every week where we meet with other members and we have conversations. I mean, you can see here is probably like 6 or 9 people in here, right? So over to the side, we got our deep dives, which is our breakout sessions. And then we have, which is our different things. Like I think right now we have a role-playing session, book club meeting. And then we have our Creators Connects events and meetup. This is for real life events in your area. So like NAB, things like that. We got the Capture and Convert Kit, which is the first part of our learning phase. And we got 5 different phases. Look at that. 5 different phases you go through. And each phase you go through, we can have a conversation over to the side about what's going on. Let me see if I can pull this up. So we got a comment section over here that we can have a conversation about this video. I don't understand, Ty, help me out, right? So you got that. Each phase got different content. So, you know, but what's important is over here. We got Beyond the Basics, which I got marketing courses that talk and how to shoot. We got Flashpoints, which is the videos that we upload to YouTube every week. We got part 1 and part 2. Just like I said, once you get in and you get access to video, the information about the video, part 2 of the video, and then you got the downloadable guide. So we're constantly updating. These are our unscripted, our Flash 5 reviews, our Beta Client Connect, our videos and temp tools is on set, the titles. And then we got the community, right? AI automation, buy, sell, rent, hire. We got backstage for anything goes. You can talk about whatever you want. Sales and business tools, weddings and events, because we got a lot of wedding photographers that want to get better at the business side. Then we got legal and contracts, right? These are all your contracts over here. And each contract has a space where we can have conversations about that contract so we can improve it. If you say you ran into this in the field, we're going to rewrite it and improve it. Every year, we're coming out with new contracts, just going back to the lawyer with the input that we get from every student. And like I said, it's every contract over here, even a podcast contract pack, even our cease and desist letter pack. It's all over here. Next, we got tools and templates, right? Non-buyer email feedback template, right? Previous client feedback template. A lot of templates that we use in our courses to help you gather the information that you need to be successful. And then we got our 6 month to success program, which is limited spots. We won't go into that. But that's the way the platform works. It's very easy to use. It's simple. So I don't want it to be any type of like weird, like mystery behind what we do, because what we do is pretty simple. Once you get in the system, you'll understand why it's important. So again, real quick, one last time, let me go over this based on our website. Again, the framework is simple. Number 1 is you learn. Number 2 is you use templates. You use the templates to gather the information that you need to put with what you've learned. Number 3 is the network. You connect with others to ask people, have y'all tried this? Or I'm having a problem with that. That adds on to it. Number 4 is we hold you accountable. Every week we like, dog, did you do this? Did you do that? How's it coming out? You'd be surprised at how many people run into issues with clients and they come to the meeting and say, hey man, this client said X, Y, and Z. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to reply back to that. And we like, yo, do this, do that, offer this. You should have upsold that. You would be surprised. Go back. If you're not a member, if you go get our Capture and Convert kit, it's free. Inside that space, and I'll show you, there is an accountability meeting from the last time we had a free one. Let me show you this and I'll show you that and then I'll be done. So after we hold you accountable, next is scaling. Once you start getting traction, you start closing clients, it happens. We help you make it bigger. Because with my business, I don't touch a camera as much. And it's because I got a good team. I don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Like there's times where I get dirty. Let me be real. There's times where I get dirty. I do. I like to get dirty. But there's times I don't. Sometimes, look, I'm getting older, bro. Like a lot of y'all don't know, but I'm 44. And I got Army years on me, man. Army years, you can plus 15 years. Hands hurt, back hurt. I don't want to be the old guy on his knees filming. I just don't. I want to be the guy with the white shirt and the clipboard. To each his own. But I know that this position pays what I want to make. So real quick, let me just show you, if you have the contract pack, where to go, and just watch the last accountability meeting. It's free. Free. So all you got to do, let me go back to the screen. All you got to do is go to the Capture and Convert kit, which if you sign up for that, you'll only get access. You'll only see this, right? And then we can go to Let me see, where is that? Here, under general questions, and watch it. Which I may change this to be previous accountabilities. But just watch it. Just go here, click on the video, and watch it. And see all of the people that popped on, that's a part of this thing. And just look at the experiences. Like, look at the shared experience. Look at what they talk about. Like, listen, just try it. Try it. The accountability meeting is second to none. Like, you know what I mean? People charging thousands for mastermind courses. We not. We know with more people, we're stronger. So that's why I encourage you to join. Feel free. But anyway, we will be back. I know this is long, but we got to break this down because people reading this, they know about it. Like, we gotta answer these questions. And a lot of it is, I don't want to use the term ignorance, but it's, you don't know what you don't know. And I promise you, you're not going to sit through the class and be like, I knew that. I promise you're not. Because it wasn't regurgitated. It's all original. Everything in the course is original. Everything in the course is different than what's regurgitated from other people. We don't, and no disrespect to other places, but most places, their mentality is build a portfolio and get it in front. We don't do that. We're not doing that. That don't work. Shooting for free to just build your portfolio is a waste of time. That's 1990s method. So, with that being said, I'm going to end on that. You got questions? Real questions. If you got real questions about the Academy, post them below. I love to answer them. True story. Anyway, with that being said, I'll see y'all in the next video.
You've been listening to Content and Cash, a FlashFilm Academy podcast. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and go to our webpage at www.flashfilmacademy.com.